Well, more than 11,000 TTC workers could walk off the job on Friday. The union representing operators, collectors, station staff, and other frontline employees says it wants to see improvements to wages, pensions, and job security. It is warned of a total disruption of service if a deal isn't reached. The TTC says talks remain ongoing. And joining us live with more on where things stand as we look ahead to a possible TTC strike on Friday is Stuart Green, Senior Communications Advisor with the TTC. Always appreciate your time, Stuart. Yesterday, I had a chance to speak with Marvin Alfred, President of Local 113. He says the two sides are still at the bargaining table. Wouldn't necessarily indicate where things stand. Are the two sides far apart, or are we getting closer to a deal?
Well, I mean, Marvin's quite right. I mean, the fact that we're still at the table is incredibly important. These are complicated negotiations, and they take time. I think what we can expect is for this to go down to the wire. But we are still at the table. The talks are productive. They're professional. They're most importantly, they're ongoing. So, I will leave the negotiations on the table. I won't get into the issues that are at play. But we are making progress. I'll point to something that was agreed to over the weekend. The union has agreed that Wheel-Trans service will continue uninterrupted if there is any labor disruption. Of course, we want to avoid that, but they have confirmed that Wheel-Trans service will continue. So these are the sorts of things that we're able to settle the table. As well, I'd remind people that we have settled contracts with 3 of our other unions, including 2 CUPE locals. So, the talks are ongoing. They are productive. They're professional, and they continue, which is exactly where you want to be.
Oftentimes when we're talking about these negotiations, and I think a lot of people can appreciate that any bargaining side does not want to negotiate through the media, but when it comes to wages, we haven't really found out what the union is asking for. Are you able to disclose what they're looking for and how much of a sticking point the increase that they're looking for is when it comes to getting a deal done?
You're right, Jamie. I'm not going to discuss this in the media or anywhere else. I mean, that's a matter for the negotiators to talk through. What we want is we want an agreement that's fair, that's reasonable, that's affordable, and I think all of that is possible based on the productive talks that we're having at the table, the goodwill that's at the table, and that's incredibly important. So we'll leave those details, those finer details, to the negotiators.
What's the message you want to send to TTC riders right now? It's Tuesday. Obviously, they want to plan ahead. Should they start?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we're 2.5 days away. Midnight Thursday into Friday. That's sort of the deadline that's been set. I think we would ask people to stay tuned to CP24 and other stations, their media sources, our website, our social media channels. We will communicate all information as soon as we possibly can. The old adage, no news is good news, is very true here. We will update people if anything needs to be updated in terms of any service impact. Our commitment here is to avoid anything like that, and that's really where we want to be. But if you're planning to travel Thursday night into Friday morning, really pay attention to your local media, your preferred source of media, credible media sources.
Like CP24. Stuart Green, we appreciate the time. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Jamie.